What up, you Lab Rats? This is episode number 28, the first of the Lab Rat Dailies. Stay tuned. Hello. This is episode number 28. As you can tell, this is a new type of episode. All right. So here's what happened. I got bored. That's what happens when you become a content creator. You get bored in between these kind of episodes that we were putting out every Wednesday, right? So while we're still gonna do that, I still love that type of show, and I still love that that's something that Kevin and I can do together. I need more. I'm addicted to you guys. I'm addicted to the show and to the mic, and I really wanted to do a daily show. So here we are. I did not waste any time. I literally set this up within like 30 minutes as fast as I could, and I hit record because you know what? This is what it's all about. You get an idea and you're like, that would be cool. And then you let it kind of falter and fall away. And that's kind of an issue because that don't get shit done. All right. So after talking to my friend Raymond Sparts for like an hour and a half, we were totally hyped up on each other and the ideas that we had. And he's like, so what do you want to do with the Get in the Lab podcast? Where are you going with that? And that's like the second time somebody has asked me with that, which signals to me that, hey, I need to be doing something and I have a lot of potential and I'm not doing it. And it was kind of like, yes, I know, you're telling me, but I just haven't, I did get around to it. I don't know how Kevin would feel. All these kind of excuses started piling up in my head, and I was like, nope, you know what? I'm going to let those excuses go. What I really want to do is a daily show. He's like, okay, so do it. I was like, okay, I'll do it. So that's what happened, guys. Now we're here on the Lab Rat Dailies. And you know what? Every single day, this is ambitious because I did not like really plan this out, but this is kind of how I am. Every day I'm going to try to put out a podcast and a show, including video, and put that out in the world because I feel like, you know, a lot of times I'll have ideas and things that I want to bounce off people and nobody's there. So who's here but the mic and the camera? And when you guys get to it, then we can initiate conversation and do that whole bit. All right. So that is what this show is all about. We're still going to continue on with our regular scheduled programming every Wednesday where it's me and Kevin and we do that thing back and forth. And I still love that thing, but I need more. I need more, guys. I got to have more. So what I want to talk to you about today in this first Lab Rat daily episode is reasons why to have a daily episode. Like what was pushing me and what made me want to even do this in the first place. I mean, we had a good thing going. It's not broken, you know. Why fix something that's not broken, right? So the thing is, what was broken was not the show. You know, it wasn't Kevin. It was me. I was bored again, you know, and I get bored very quickly. And so there are reasons behind me wanting to put out a daily show, and they are as follows. Okay, so I kind of had to write them down because my brain is all crazy right now. But excuse me. The first is that you are, you know, enabling and putting yourself, your show, and your content in a position to be seen a lot easier, right? So the more that you put out content, the more that you can kind of climb in the ranks of Google search and search engines, the like. All right. So another thing is SEO. So as you're putting out content daily, you tag that shit up, you know, you mark whoever's coming, you know, whoever's on the show with you or whatever you're talking about. That also helps your climbings and your ranks and your search engine optimization, which is really what it's all about with the online content, right? We're all competing for space and rank. And so that in and of itself of putting out daily content really helps. I mean, think about news sites, right? And that's kind of how I want to take it with this show is to just be more relevant and current, because there's so much that happens from Wednesday to Wednesday, guys. There's just so much that happens. And sometimes a lot of these kind of great ideas and discussions fall through the cracks because I don't take the initiative to record it and put it down and put it out on the web. Whereas, that whatever content that I create on the dailies could have helped somebody, right? But maybe I let it slip through my head and now somebody's still lost. Somebody's still overwhelmed. Somebody's still, anxious about starting something of their own. And so that is what the dailies are all about. I want to activate you guys. I feel so activated right now. And it's such an amazing and positive feeling that I want to share that with you. I want to share that with the Lab Rat Fam Bam. All right. Another thing. It was going to be a challenge, okay? It is a challenge. I had to run downstairs and get my mic and get my camera and get this and get that and where's my batteries and how am I going to set it up, and I got to remember how I did it on my computer because it's a little bit different setup. And fortunately, I did that very many times, so I was well versed, and it didn't take me too long, but it takes time, right? You're like, okay, I think I'm going to skip lunch and do that. You kind of make these kinds of things and cuts when you make these kind of rash decisions. But nobody's in the house today. Kevin's out, which means I have the house all to myself and I can spread my wings. And yeah, that's what happened. And it's going to be a challenge. And I think it's going to be really hard when I'm trying to come up with content. But that's something that we can also talk about is, how do I come up with content? And I'm going to share with you guys how I do it. Okay. Another thing, this show is going to be reserved for interviews. Now, the first show I did which was called the Love and Entrepreneurship Show, was called, it was based upon interviews where I would interview awesome people. And that was great because interviewing is the sole kind of leading podcast format that podcasters nowadays go to. It's a very successful type of model, as in you bring somebody onto the show, you hook up with their network, and your show is now seen by not only your audience, but their audiences. There's so much potential that can happen from that kind of collaboration between two podcasters, which is really, really awesome. So we've had a couple of requests for people to be on this show, and we had to decline them because as a unit, Kevin and I, as a team, we weren't ready to do that. And I really don't want to put Kevin in a position that he's not comfortable with. I love the interview thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to handle that. And those interviews and guest appearances and guest teachers are going to be reserved for the dailies. Okay. So who's on the lineup so far? Of course, my buddy Raymond Sparts, who inspired this kind of activation in me this morning to do the Lab Rat Dailies. He's going to be coming on the show, and you guys are going to love him. We're going to set that up real quick. I think that's going to be in probably about a week. We're going to set that up. We're going to interview him. He's 20 years old. Okay, guys, a 20-year-old entrepreneur creating a juice bar. He knows how to network. He knows how to market, how to design, how to shoot. And we were talking today, and we're just such similar people. I couldn't believe the backstory that I was hearing. It was like hearing about my own life. And humans love that because we're so egotistical. But what an incredible human being to have met. And I can't believe that by some reason, I forget how we met, but I want to credit him with making that happen because he's an initiator. He's an activator, and he's only 20 years old. And I don't want to diss him. He's been having this type of entrepreneur mindset since he was 12 or 13. So I can't wait to bring him on the show. We're going to talk about a lot of that stuff, and hopefully to get you guys activated. I think that's something that needs to go down in 2015. We all have great ideas, but if you don't activate and execute on those ideas, you're not completing that full entrepreneur cycle. All right. So another person who's going to be coming on is my good buddy, Jeff Koga. And he he blows my mind. He's always talking in some marketer language, and I'm a marketer that I don't know. So he's going to school us on a bunch of marketing principles and marketer speak. So I can't wait to bring on those two people. Those people are on the docket, and I'm very excited to give that and share that with you guys. I think a lot of you can benefit from that in your daily lives and into your business. So another thing, guys, is while I'm coming from the perspective of running businesses and marketing and social media and personal branding and shit like that, I don't want you to think that the Lab Rat Dailies is just all about business or making money or whatever. This is still going to be at the very heart of it. I still really believe in self-dev. I'm not going to get woo-woo on you, okay? But the only way to really activate the muscles and the idea muscle and the kind of pull and fuel to become an entrepreneur that kind of runs their life by their own standing is to keep developing and growing your own character, your own integrity, your own beliefs, your own perspectives, your own skills. Okay, so that's what this show is going to be about on the daily. And I think it always was. I really want to make that kind of apparent. And yeah, so that is the first show. We're going to keep it nice and light. That's a good, 12 minutes? Not too bad, right? Not too bad. 10 to 12 minutes. And they're going to be like this. And occasionally they'll be longer. And occasionally they'll be shorter. And they're really going to just kind of flip what the podcasting world has come to know and expect. Because I get bored, guys. I get bored. And so, I hope you come along for the ride with me and you have a good time. We're going to have a good time. We're going to learn. And we're going to find ways of making your life better. Okay? Entrepreneur or not. So, welcome to the Lab Rat Dailies. My name is Megan. And good things. I'm out.